What's up, everybody? I'm GMH Dane. Nice to have you along for my little review. Today we're doing the Milwaukee M12 Rocket Light. This thing is brand new. It was released or announced at NPS 18 by Milwaukee this year, and it's finally started shipping out to stores. I know a lot of the Instagram influencers have got their hands on it already, but my local Home Depot has been turned into a heavy-duty center where they actually have this in stock, so I picked it up. Right off the bat, prices for this little guy without a battery are 150 bucks. To me, that is well worth it. I am totally involved in the Milwaukee ecosystem. That's what my batteries are, so I'm going to buy into their lights. Really doesn't matter what brand it is as long as it does its job, but like I said, I do have the batteries, so that's what I'm running off of. And in reality, I have a ton of M12s that I don't really use. I use more M18s than M12s. So to me, this light is actually a no-brainer because I always have a surplus of batteries and they're freshly charged. So, as you can see, it's a tripod light. It's real simple operation. You got this little clicky right here, and that's how it is. It's that simple. Milwaukee brands this is a 5-second setup. So, from its standing point right here, click it down. It's just pressure fit. Done. I know it's a little high for the camera, but I'll streak it down. It's that simple. What I do really like about it is you can pivot the light down. That way, when it is in its storage position, the lens is protected. That is kind of huge because anybody that knows that after a while the lens gets dirty, it gets scratched. It's not that actually going to lessen the light that's coming out of it, but it just looks terrible. So I like that they're giving you a nice little protected part right there. But this also swivels, not a full 360, I believe it's 270 degrees. Let me pull up the box here and take you through some of the specs of it based on what Milwaukee's telling us. So, since it's got a carry handle, you can see it is actually 3-sided, super lightweight. This thing can't be much more than 5 pounds. Setup is from 3 foot tall. You can see how small and compact this is to its tallest height of 5'8". Now that's actually one complaint I have about this light, is I'm 6'1". So when this thing is fully extended all the way out, that light is shining right in my eyes. I don't know if you can see this. Here we go, put it a little bit center. That's eye height. Don't look at it, obviously, but it's kind of hard to not want to look at it, if you know what I mean. I actually going to find myself going to be using it a little bit more in its lowest position. That would be about there. I think that's going to be the perfect height for most applications for me. I'm a carpenter by trade, remodeler, and this is still, putting it at this height is still going to give me plenty of light for whatever I'm dealing with versus going up a little bit higher and risk blinding myself. And I say that based on the knowledge that I'm currently filming this using the M18 Rocket Light, which is just behind my camera. That sets up to 7 foot. I can see it up there high, but it's not blinding me. So, going back to the specs. One thing that I absolutely 100% love about this light, and most of Milwaukee's tripod lights, is it comes with a corded backup. That way you're not killing your batteries all day long. How you use it is up to you. I currently have a 6.0 on it, and Milwaukee specs say that the 6.0 on high will last 4 hours. It'll last 10 hours on low. So to turn it from high to low is one button. One button on, puts it on high, low, off. I do kind of wish there was more of an on-off button as opposed to just high and low and off. Like the M18 button, you have the on-off power button, and then you have plus and a minus to turn it from high to low. I do like the simplicity of this, but sometimes I want to just turn the light off. I don't want to have to hit the button a couple times, but to each their own. So that's kind of pretty much it. They do say that this thing is pretty impact resistant like the other lights that they've come out with. You can basically take this thing fully extended, knock it down, and not have to worry about it. It's still going to work. So that's pretty much my little quick review of the M12 Rocket Light by Milwaukee. I've got no problem with it. I think this is going to become one of my favorite lights. Currently, my favorite light is probably my compact radius light, but this is going to give it a run for the money because it's still going to light plenty enough, give me that focus light on something that I want, and give me enough portability and longevity with the battery and the corded backup. So, Milwaukee M12 Rocket Light. Pick one up for yourself. It's a pretty sweet little light. I think this thing is going to be awesome, and it's really cool to see that Milwaukee is still expanding the M12 lighting line. I think there's a lot of untapped potential there. Obviously, Milwaukee is continually going with their rocket lights, with their rover lights, with M18, M12. They're kind of just getting started. We saw where they were a couple years ago and how they're continually improving and expanding the line. Obviously, there's a need for it, which is why they keep on coming out with new solutions. Everybody's a little different. I think this little guy is going to work for a lot of people, especially homeowners. They are more into the M12 line than the M18 line. So this is going to be one. Can't talk. Sorry. This is going to be a good little light for pretty much everybody. So I'm GMH Dane. Thanks for sticking around. And consider subscribing because I'm going to be doing a lot more little reviews like this coming up down the road. So, have a good day. Good one? Good day. Good day.